Tank versus Tyrese versus. I turned it on my Apple TV too early. It never started on time. Now I got to look at interviews and all types of. I hate when
the host was doing their best to try to hype that crowd up. I turned that off for a little bit.
Yeah, and I rushed through. I had a stretch appointment at 7:30 to 8:30. So I'm rushing.
Trying to get that 21 out.
no, not that type of stuff.
It's the end of the month.
Yo, Parks, the streets are saying you coming for my chain.
Man, yo. I mean, it would look good on me, I think.
Yeah, Parks' body in it.
No,
I would support that.
I'm seeing way too much Parks' name at the end of a month. This is normally my man.
Yeah.
But they trying to give him my chain, it feels like.
I feel like now that I think I'm kind of out the race. I'm definitely not in the top 3. I feel like everybody who was going to vote for me should just vote for Parks. Everybody who was going to vote for
why niggas haters like that up here?
I wanted.
Oh, well, that ain't before people anyway. You had a bad month.
Okay, we'll see. I think we should just funnel all the support.
Parks,
the nigga know he not in the top 3, so he trying to go live with Parks. Nigga, we see your tricks. Nigga,
it's not a trick. I just said it.
He don't need your votes.
Which is dangerous. That's what people. He
don't need your votes.
That's what people accuse you of doing with your real vote.
That's a good joke.
That was good.
Jill Stein.
We got it.
No, I'm rolling. I'm fighting. I'm fighting over here. Listen, all right, so come on. I'm assuming everybody here saw Tank versus Tyrese.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
What are our initial thoughts before I got a whole rant?
It went the way I said it was going to go. To me, like they both can sing, they both talented, but I think that now that Verzuz is so much about the live performance, that's what Tank to me shined above. And he pulled some
celebrity cards.
Yeah, he did some things but that's what I thought he was going to do. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at it. Like, do what you got to do.
You said it, Mark.
He was also just great at like interacting with the crowd and the screen. Like he was
way more charismatic. He was way more personable. He mopped the floor with Tyrese. I don't want to say that because I fuck with Tyrese, but
the turtleneck song slide.
It wasn't even close.
The turtleneck
it wasn't even close.
A lot of jackets. You know, some of the songs were kind of obscure. Like I didn't know them, but I think it overall was kind of like one-sided.
Now I happened to see Tyrese's interview before the Verzuz dropped.
I did not.
And I forgot to come in here the last pod and say, hey, I think that Tank is going to completely put belt to ass on Tyrese. And I wouldn't have been saying that because I spoke to Tank. That would have had nothing to do with why I was saying that. If I wasn't retired, I mean, trying to get a little she don't put it down. Little she don't put it down action.
Would you pop out for that?
No.
Verzuz?
No.
Did he ask?
Damn.
No. Yeah.
He asked you for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been fucking epic, bro.
Yeah,
Lame.
I'm retired.
They should have popped out for that, man.
Loser.
Come on,
And rap.
Yeah, you're
yes, that would have been
She gonna
so
put it
huge.
down.
That would have broke the neck.
What do you mean?
I love that song too.
Me too.
I
That's
absolutely.
an
That's why
easy
you
one.
did it because you loved it.
You only got about 20 bars of that.
No, Tank's your man. That's why you should have did it.
Tank's your
Real
man, that's
word.
why you should've did it.
All right, guys, can y'all stop yelling at me? Jesus. Anyway, let me play this Tyrese interview for y'all.
I think he
I
was
know
in a
he's
bad mood.
really excited. I may not be as excited as he is.
We can tell.
Why not?
I think Tank is a different category of singer than me, right? So when we've been approached in the past, I'm like, no. Tank needs to be singing with Brian McKnight. Tank needs to be singing with Stokely from Mint Condition. He needs to sing with somebody who has a high-pitched voice that sings in what's called falsetto, hitting notes way up there. I'm not that, he needs to be doing a Verzuz with Eric Benet or just somebody who sings
this nigga's crazy.
He don't
with
just
a
sing high.
high-pitched voice. I am in the raspy category, like Cisco, like KC, Teddy Pendergrass.
All this sounds
Luther
scary to me.
Vandross.
I wouldn't say
I have
raspy
a different pedigree of voice.
Smooth.
So I just don't think we're compatible, period. I know, so no. I never wanted to do a Verzuz with Tank. I might lose.
Okay.
I might lose.
Yeah, he came in with the
Okay.
bad
Yes,
mentality.
that's
What
what I
I
was
made
saying.
is
Yo,
10
yeah.
shows.
I had hurt my leg in practice.
Tank 30 shows to get to. You know, you
see,
gotta
I'll talk over
figure
it.
out like
Back, Joe.
He said, what I make in 10 shows, it'll take Tank 30 shows to get to.
Ooh.
Inner group hate.
Damn, that was shady.
That's what he said. This was some hater if I ever heard it, number one. Number two, it sounded to me very early on like he was afraid.
Yeah, it's fear, packed with fear.
Like he was scared.
Yeah.
Which Tyrese has been up here, friend of the show.
For sure.
He came up here popping his shit. He came up here with all the bravado and macho machismo confidence in the universe, understandably so.
Yeah.
But when I heard that, I was like, oh, belt to ass even more for Tyrese. This ain't gonna go good. And then the verses starts. Tank opens up with the Sex, Love, and Pain intro into his I Can't Make You Love Me cover, two joints that I absolutely love. And what a great way to open an R&B verses with you on the piano getting in your bag. Tyrese responds with the features. He came out, told Tank he was putting the crowd to sleep, and he responds with the Brat, What Do You Like? I was outside when that song came out. I had that album. That song meant a lot to me. Followed into Chingy pulling me back. I was signed by that point. I know what Chingy pulling me back was doing. And Chingy came out.
Yeah. That's fire.
I scored a point for Tyrese.
Yeah, but I knew he lost.
You knew who lost?
Tyrese. Right there, I knew he lost.
The whole joint.
Why? Because those two songs, like to your point, I was outside and I saw what those songs did outside. They didn't resonate with that crowd in the manner like I thought they would.
Right.
That Brat was a smash. That Chingy song had outside. The crowd was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh yeah, he lost.
I gave Tyrese that round.
He got it, but again, it didn't do what it should have done. I had him win that round too. Yeah.
I gave that round.
He had to play such a high card to me to win the round. I felt the same way.
That confused me though when y'all talk about the crowd, because it's like, how important is the crowd that's actually sitting there watching in the verses? Is that important?
It depends on the verses. It depends.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like
it's important with two artists that are LA based.
And this particular show was very much like a show.
Okay.
Like it wasn't like some of them you could tell it's just like crew. Like, and the crowd, I don't really put too much stock in that because whoever brought more people is cool. But this looked like an actual show, like a concert.
I didn't give Tyrese another point for the next 8 or 9 songs, I want to say.
Nah, he got some.
The next point he got from me, and he didn't get a bunch of them. He got Shame, because that's Shame. I didn't care for Tank bringing out LaToya Luckett. That part just wasn't for me. I also didn't care for Tank bringing out Homeboy that helped write Pleasure P's Under. I absolutely love that song, Under, on some R&B head shit. That's like one of those. Homeboy that wrote it, that helped write it, came out to do he was on some Jesse Powell. Like, it seemed like he was supposed to get a deal in '98. It didn't happen.
And this is my
he
shot.
kept singing, and this is my chance to gyrate. I'm saying that's what it looked like.
Yeah, I feel
that is what it looked like. I'm not trying to disrespect. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody.
Amani's heard enough. He about to sit down.
It was
like this is his only opportunity.
Yo, I'm agreeing with you.
He missed his chance. This is his only opportunity to do this. Everybody, here comes Manny.
It's like nobody come to see you, Otis.
First off, let's give respect to Bobby Outside. That's one.
What's the nigga name?
Bobby Outside. He's a part of the Neutrons, a group that was signed to Joe Jackson back in the day.
Shout out to Bobby Outside and R.I.P. Joe Jackson.
This is my problem with y'all. This is my problem with y'all.
The neutrons, electrons, and protons can sit there yesterday.
Michael Fox. Hold up. This is the problem with you. A lot of up here like to stand on their music. Some of y'all just hip hop niggas. Y'all don't really know about R&B and everything else. So let me talk about R&B. This is somebody in the industry that people respect. So that's one. Second, yes, he was bugged the out. He looked crazy up there doing what he was doing. So cool. But we're not going to talk about like he just ain't nobody.
No, that's not what
nobody knows him.
He said niggas was get started 98.
Exactly.
Cool.
You know them niggas.
Did he sound good?
No, he didn't sound good.
So then what we talking about?
You could be that nigga behind the scenes that's well respected.
But this is the moment.
But the masses don't know you.
But this is the moment where you give the masses the opportunity to get to know you.
Man, this
So Sean,
one sandwich, one show, and now it's like, wait a minute,
that's my brother. We spent the bacon and the cheese together.
For 6 months and
y'all do that. Y'all do that for one hip hop with one single. Y'all go ahead and champion. Let me champion R&B who done put some down in the game.
On, boy.
Let me hold R&B down. You niggas don't know what y'all talking about.
Joe Jackson.
Okay, are you done with this Johnny Neutron shit?
No, I'm not. But I'm done.
Finish what you said. He was signed to Joe Jackson.
Flipper, you okay?
That's what
He's part of the Neutron.
he's part of the Neutron.
Hold on, y'all. Let me finish.
It's a group.
I believe you.
I will agree with you that I do think that Tank mopped the floor at a certain point, but I really came up here to say I'm really disappointed with this whole verses. I think this whole was whack. Period.
I'm not
going to sit here and say that Tank ain't go up there and kill vocally. We expect that all the time from Tank, but for R&B to have a moment like this, to be spotlighted like this, for two of our vets to go up there and play around with it like it wasn't something that it was more of a comedy show than it was actually going up there and showing what R&B is about. At least from the Tyrese side.
Yeah, that's
Tyrese 100% treated that. Even when you played the interview, I'm disappointed because nigga, if there's any moment for R&B to show up, we always talk about how the young don't really go ahead and get on stage and do their thing. Tyrese, you should have came up there and showed these young why you are Tyrese. Totally disgusted with that.
I think he tried. Yo.
No, I don't think he tried. I think he took this.
All right, cheers. All right, hold up, man.
You better not play 5.
All right, let us get some action.
I ain't got much time. Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Emini, I don't get what the you're saying because all the man said was that you could just tell that this guy, this is his only chance ever.
And then he stops my long take that I'm to come in with this Johnny Neutron.
He was signed to the Electrons.
I only addressed that because he said it. I don't give a fuck about what else he's going to talk about. I want to say what I'm going to say and dip.
Right.
I ain't here to be a part of y'all host. I just want to talk about this.
Well, when do we get to the dip part? Thank you very much, my brother. Yeah, thank you.
Come back, man.
No.
Neutral Budden.